So, what in the world does a 3,000-year-old story about a famine in ancient Egypt have to do with the math you learned back in 6th grade? Well, in this explainer, we're going to connect that exact story to one of the most fundamental ideas in all of algebra. And trust me, you might be surprised by how much they have in common.
I know, it sounds like a pretty strange question, right? I mean, ancient history and modern math feel like they are worlds apart. But, as we're about to find out, the logic used to save an entire civilization from starvation is the exact same logic you use to solve for x in an equation.
All right, so first things first, math as a life skill. Before we can even get to that ancient story, we have to start with a little shift in our perspective. It's all about changing how we think about what math is even for. You know, so often we think of math as just a subject you have to get through in school, something you pass a test on, and then maybe forget. But what if we saw it as a tool? What if it's the framework we use to plan a budget, or prepare for a big deadline, or solve pretty much any real-world problem life decides to throw our way? Okay, let's dive into Joseph's ancient equation, which is really a biblical logistics problem. So now we get to that ancient story. We're going to rewind the clock, thousands of years in fact, to look at a massive logistics problem taken right from the book of Genesis. So here's the setup. A kingdom gets a warning that it's going to have 7 years of unbelievable abundance, but that's going to be followed immediately by 7 years of a devastating famine. The challenge is just immense. How do you possibly plan for a crisis on that scale and make sure everyone survives? And this quote, wow, it just drives home the sheer scale of this operation. We're not talking about putting aside a few extra bags of grain. The amount was like the sand of the sea, so much that it was literally beyond measure. This required a massive, strategic, nationwide plan. Okay, so solving for the unknown, finding X in ancient Egypt. How do you turn a kind of vague goal like save a lot of grain into a concrete, actionable plan? Well, this is where a really simple math concept becomes the hero of the story. You have to solve for X. And this is how that huge, epic challenge gets translated into simple math. Let's just put a number on it. Let's say the goal was to store 1,000 sacks of grain over those 7 years of plenty. The great unknown, what we call X, is how many sacks you need to store each year. And just like that, the problem becomes a simple equation. 7 times X equals 1,000.
You do the division, and there it is, your answer. Roughly 143 sacks per year. This number is everything. It's not just the solution to a math problem, it's the plan. It transforms this overwhelming 7-year goal into a manageable annual target. That number is the key to survival.
Now we go from grain to homework. Okay, so saving an ancient kingdom is one thing, but how does this all connect back to, say, a 6th grade classroom? This is where the lesson makes this really brilliant leap, connecting the epic story with our everyday lives. It shows that the exact same logical tool, the one-variable equation that was used to manage a famine, is the same one we use for basic homework. And by framing it this way, algebra suddenly stops being some abstract thing and starts feeling incredibly powerful and relevant. And you can see just how versatile this single tool is. Whether you're trying to figure out what number to multiply, or what to subtract, or how to split up apples among some friends, the process is identical. In every single case, your goal is the same as Joseph's. Isolate the unknown X to find your answer. The lesson even pushes this thinking a step further by bringing in a related concept: inequalities. So if an equation gives you one precise target, like 143 sacks, an inequality gives you a range of possibilities. You can think of it like a speed limit. You don't have to go exactly 55, but you can't go over it. It's just another layer of real-world problem solving. So let's talk about the wisdom of X, the ultimate takeaway. After connecting an ancient story to modern homework, what's the ultimate lesson here? What's the real wisdom that's hiding inside that simple letter X? It all comes down to this. Math, in this context, is so much more than just numbers. Solving for X is a powerful tool for looking a huge challenge straight in the eye, defining a clear goal, and creating a step-by-step plan to get there. It's about wisely managing our resources, whether that's grain or time or money. Ultimately, solving for X teaches us a fundamental way to think. It trains us to identify what we don't know, define what we want to achieve, and then build the bridge that gets us there. So the final question is this: what if X isn't just a number in an equation?
What if X is your plan for the future? That's the real wisdom we can learn.